Hi, my name is Dr. Rafael Gonzalez. I obtained my PhD from the University of California, Irvine, and I've been in the regenerative medicine sector, or particularly stem cell sector, for about 20 years now, working in the stem cell sector with clinical studies, various different types of disease states. And one of the biggest questions that individuals ask are, what is stem cell therapy? How does it work? What does it do? And what's the difference between one stem cell and another stem cell? So first and foremost, stem cell therapy is basically, just as we stated, it's a therapy that is basically designed to make a change, a functional change in your body, or to help repair, help improve. Once again, this is a therapy, so it is not necessarily a cure, but it's actually something that can help change your quality of life. We're discussing something that is basically culture expanded, and it's a manipulated product. So what does that mean? That means I obtain, in the case of the cells that I'm talking about, is a stem cell called an umbilical cord stem cell, where we take a stem cell and we now replicate that stem cells on a petri dish in vitro. So we produce pure stem cells. When people discuss saying I have stem cells from umbilical cord tissue, normally that's just maybe ground up tissue, and then they use it. That not necessarily is stem cell therapy, because there are other cell types in there and it's just ground up tissue. When you take umbilical cord blood, which people hear about storing their stem cells from umbilical cord blood, the percentage of stem cells in there is relatively small in comparison to the other cells that are actually in there, which can consist of other, of course, blood cells that are in blood. We are discussing in the context of taking stem cells from tissue, expanding them and growing them up to billions and trillions of cells, and then using them in a therapeutic method. We believe in them using umbilical cord because think about this. Babies conceive from mother. How is that possible? Remember, there is now father involved, the DNA of father, but what happens is, transpires, is basically we have the ability to modulate the immune system, which is something that stem cells do really well, so that, of course, baby and mother can share their blood, even though they are completely different organisms, because remember, baby's part of father too. So there's an ability to suppress the immune interaction, because one of the biggest concerns that people have is, number one, wait a second, how can I take cells from somebody else and put them in them? Simple question, easy question, is these particular cells do not have that particular immune reaction that'll make you notice it as it was foreign. So the product in reality is from something else, but in the case of treating you, it's not. Your body will accept it. Your own immune system will make a change based on the guidance cues or what these cells are telling your body to do, depending on what disease. Normally when we use these particular cell types, that we grow them up, they are very well tested all the way down from the donor level. So mom that has donated the tissue from her baby is very well screened. Secondarily, there is specific screening parameters that are actually done throughout the whole process to assure that you have a completely safe product. Testing in microbials, in viruses, et cetera, along the way, to include testing for genetic aberrations, which is done by this thing called looking at chromosomal aberrations, which is done by doing karyotype analysis. So the whole concept is, once a product is produced, a product is first and foremost produced in a very safe manner. This way, when it's delivered through you, which is normally done, depending on what it is, intravenously or into a joint, or depending on what the specific indication that's actually going to be treated, is the way it's delivered. And this way, what we do is first and foremost production of product, assure safety for you.